Oh, wait. Timeout. 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 Okay? And I say timeout because I don't know which team I'm watching. I don't know what team I watch sitting down here every single Sunday, some weekdays, but I don't know what team I'm watching. And I say timeout because I used a timeout way better than our dumbass head coach ever did in his life. What's going on, everybody? I'm Mac, back with another video. As always, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, follow on Instagram. Link is in the box below. Thank you all for tuning into the stream today. It was a fun stream, but unfortunately, the Steelers, they just have to make everything so frustrating. They have to make everything so hard, and they have no continuity with offense, and honestly, no football sense and no football IQ whatsoever. 20-10, we drop it to Jacksonville at home, which doesn't sound horrible. You know, you look at the score, it was like, oh, you know, the Steelers were in this game. Oh, you know, the Steelers, you know, they fought hard in this game. You'd be half right. Because the defense, I'll credit the defense. I thought the defense did what they could today, especially up against a high-octane offense that the Jaguars have with Trevor Lawrence, who in my opinion is a top 10 quarterback in the league. And the pressure was definitely there. TJ had another sack. He batted down a pass. He was getting in his face. Highsmith and the pass rush were there as well. We did the best we could to stop Travis Etienne on the ground, except for one play where Trevor Lawrence found Travis Etienne on a touchdown pass, 56 yards, and I am not going to kill Joey Porter Jr. on that play. I'm not. He's a rookie. It was bound to happen. Let him make his mistakes, okay? I'm not going to kill him for it, okay? But I won't forget it either. But I just say lay off of him. Let him make his mistakes. Let him learn. It was bound to happen eventually. That's one bad play that he's given up all season. But of course, I know what our dumbass head coach is going to do. I know what our spineless, weak, scared, softer than a cupcake head coach is going to do for Thursday night. He's going to look at that touchdown that he gave up by JPJ gave up, and he's going to be like, well, this guy sucks. What did we trade Chase Claypool to Chicago for to draft this guy who's going to give up a 56-yard touchdown every single game? JPJ, you're gone. Levi, get in there right now. That's what Mike Tomlin's going to do. I guarantee it. I will bet my HOAs on that, like I said in my stream. My HOAs, which is, you know what, screw that. I'm not going to say that on camera. This team is so aggravating. They're so frustrating to watch. It's not even in me to come on here and rage. And hey, if you're a fan, if you're a Steeler fan and watching this time and time again, it doesn't piss you off, hey, good for you. Good for you. It doesn't piss you off, good for you. You know what pisses me off? It pisses me off to see every time Tomlin goes up against elite to very good teams, completely just lay an egg. And yes, this game is squarely on Tomlin again. 3 losses doesn't sound awful. But guess what? All 3 of our losses, we have scored 10 or less points, and we've lost by double digits. This may have been our quote-unquote best loss of the season. Because like I said, I thought the defense kept us in this game long enough to win. And they had one bad play, which was the touchdown that JPJ gave up. Defense fought every single down, though. They battled their asses off. And if I was part of this defense, I would be so pissed at this offense right now. Because this offense is... there are not enough words in the English dictionary that I can use to describe how piss poor, pathetic, poverty... You know what? Not even poverty. The Steelers would have to open up a 401k and save up just to get to poverty level is how low this offense is. And why this dumbass, this fuckwad, this idiot, this jagoff is still up there, upstairs, every game, calling the offense blows my mind. The defense today, like I said, generated 3 turnovers because you look at what Jacksonville did today, they did nothing special in my opinion. I mean, there were a couple of splash plays that they had today, but really, they didn't do anything special. Calvin Ridley had a big day today. Evan Ingram had a big day today. But really, obviously ETN had the touchdown reception and that 2-point conversion. Don't even tell me that the defense was trying right there. So I guess you can say 2 bad plays the defense had all day today. 3 turnovers by the defense. An interception in the end zone by Keanu Neal. Okay? And the thing is, that was the drive right there to where I thought this offense needs to make it hurt. And you could see it. You could see it in my stream. Because that drive disappointed me so badly. Because Kenny Pickett played so well on that drive. Now, hopefully Kenny Pickett's okay. He had to leave the game today with an apparent rib injury, and he had to be out for the rest of the game. I'm going to get to this sorry-ass loser, bitch-ass Trubisky in a little bit. But, Kenny Pickett played so well on that drive. He was surveying the field. He wasn't being a one-read quarterback. He was taking his time. He was using his legs. He had good maneuverability in the pocket. He was connecting with Deontay Johnson of all people. Now, I will give Deontay Johnson his flowers for today, and quite honestly, for the first few weeks that he's been back in the league. You can tell he's at least trying. But my issue with Deontay Johnson, someone brought this up in the stream, and I agree 100% with it. Why is he so afraid still to go up front and to be uphill and to take on a defensive back and fight for extra yards for a first down? He's had that problem his entire career. But Kenny Pickett played so well on that drive. They get to the goal line, and once again, the Steelers have to wait deep into the second quarter to get their first down of the game. Okay? Just another side note. Pickett misses Deontay Johnson by about 2 seconds on the read. It was a bad throw, sure. But Deontay Johnson still has a chance to make a play on it. What's he do? Trips on his own 2 feet on the route. And it's an incomplete pass. And we settle for a field goal. This game was winnable. This game was so winnable for the Steelers. And when Kenny Pickett went down with that injury, I did not have a good feeling because Mitch Trubisky is about as unclutch of a QB as you can get. Constantly stares down receivers. Constantly is a one-read quarterback. Overthinks way too much in the pocket. He has a terrible football IQ. 7 years in the league, and this guy is still playing like a rookie. He threw 3 picks today. I know, the second pick was dropped, but I don't care. In my eyes, he threw 3 picks today. How the hell you throw a garbage time interception is beyond me. I mean, he's not even worth raging about. That guy don't even belong in the NFL. He should be flipping burgers at McDonald's or something. I don't know. Run game was non-existent today. Dan Moore Jr. got hurt today, so that's the only time we're ever going to see Broderick Jones. Minkah Fitzpatrick's injury certainly didn't help either today. He's out with a hamstring injury. Have to hear more on that, but I anticipate him to miss some playing time because I know firsthand hamstring injuries take time to heal from. All right? So I don't expect to see Minkah on Thursday night, but that just goes back to what I'm saying. This game was so winnable for the Steelers because the defense battled hard. They gave up 2 bad plays all day today, in my honest opinion, caused 3 turnovers, put the heat on Trevor Lawrence, contained Travis Etienne for the most part, who was my biggest concern coming into this game. And the offense lets the defense down once again, predictably. But this is where I get on Mike Tomlin. week in and week out, in my post games, in my pre games, in my weekly picks, whatever. This is where I get into Mike Tomlin. You're down 9-3. The Jaguars get the ball to start the second half. You opt to, for as stupid and spineless as it is, you kick a field goal to make it 9-6. I don't agree with it because I want us to be aggressive, make Jacksonville work for it. Oh, but our right guard gets called for offsides. Okay? So you get pushed back 5 yards. And instead of taking a shot in the end zone when you got nothing else to lose, you keep your field goal unit out there to try a 60-yard field goal before halftime, and predictably Boswell misses it. Has Boswell ever shown that he can hit a 60-yard field goal? Has Boswell shown that he is capable of making a long-range field goal like that in the rain at Heinz Field, where it's one of the toughest places to kick a field goal? Has he ever shown that? Why are you not taking shots into the end zone? You keep living in your fears. And then thinking he can't get any more incompetent. This is where I really lost my mind with him. Last week, Tomlin didn't burn his timeouts when he should have, when LA was trying to get something going and you had the lead. And this week he did it again for the exact opposite reason. You are down 10 points under the 2-minute warning. Your defense just stopped Jacksonville on their what would have been their last possession of the game. You have 2 timeouts remaining. And instead of having your time is not on your side, mind you, okay? You can stop the clock twice. That's what calling a timeout means, Mike. And instead of having your quarterback, who I know is not known for taking shots down the field and taking Hail Mary shots or whatever, you got nothing to lose at that point. Have him take end zone shots. Have him still run plays. And if he does connect on a long-range pass, call your timeouts. Instead, what he does is that he burns his timeouts when the Jaguars are trying to bleed out the clock. And like I said, the defense stopped them. So now you have no timeouts. And now you have to set up your offense to get out of bounds to stop the clock. And you have them spike the ball with 5 seconds left when you didn't do that at all, when you should have just taken your shots deep. 17 years in the league and you still suck with timeouts. I mean, I am completely just dumbfounded by the lack of football IQ that this team has. Because it's one thing for a fan to not have any hope or a fan to not have any faith in the team going forward. This team has no faith in themselves. They have no trust and belief in themselves. And that's a reflection of coaching. Straight up a reflection of coaching. Mike Tomlin, once again, crapping the bed against a very good team. Really, dude. Really. You've had a whole week to prepare for this game. Jacksonville has the 31st ranked pass defense in the league. And this offense barely took any shots down the field. I don't even know what to say anymore. This offense is so unwatchable. This is honestly a fireable offense for Mike Tomlin right here. The way he quote-unquote gets his team ready for tough competition. And I was waiting for CBS to show him on the sidelines just standing there like this. His hands on his shoulders, eyes all big like a fucking Furby, looking like a deer in headlights, looking like he doesn't have a clue what he's doing on the field, because he doesn't have a clue what he's doing. Never knows how to use timeouts. And Steeler fans, you can blame it on whatever you want. Trubisky's trash. The run game outside of Warren's is bad. You know, the defense can only do so much. I mean, your defense is going to get tired eventually if your offense keeps stalling. You can blame it on the refs all you want. I'm not denying the refs had some terrible calls today. How the hell do you tackle a quarterback nowadays, okay? Because Neal or Kazee, whoever the hell it was, I think it was Neal, blindsides Trevor Lawrence, clean as a whistle hit. I hate that stupid putting too much weight on the quarterback rule for roughing the passer, all because Packer fans cried like little bitches when Aaron Rodgers got hurt against the Vikings 6 years ago. You can't do a damn thing to quarterbacks now. You breathe on a quarterback, it's roughing the passer. You breathe on a wide receiver, it's unnecessary roughness. You touch a quarterback, it's roughing the passer. I don't know how you're supposed to tackle a quarterback anymore. Oh, but Kenny Pickett can get thrown down on the sidelines like there's nothing to it. No roughing the passer there. And then James Pierre gets called for a terrible defensive pass interference call. Again, terrible call. Did it help us? No. Is it the reason we lost? No. The reason we lost is because of our pussy-ass head coach and because of the way this team is mentally pussified under him. Week in and week out. Don't take me wrong, guys. I take no pride in being right about this. It's just something I come to expect. Because this team is not mentally strong enough to go up against good teams. Terry Bradshaw, I played for a tough sucker back in the 70s. May Chuck Noll rest in peace. Because Chuck Noll had that intimidation factor and the team battled their asses off for him. Mike Tomlin don't do that. Bill Cowher did that. Mike Tomlin don't do that. Did Bill Cowher run into buzzsaws? Did Bill Cowher come up in big games too? Yes, he did. But more often than not, Cowher had his team battling week in and week out. Tomlin just coasts on the high-end talent that he's had for his entire coaching career. And like I said, you can take his never had a losing season, his top 10 winning percentage as a coach all you want. It is just a mask for what he really is as a head coach. Plain and simple. Now you got a short week coming up with potentially your starting quarterback not playing in the game. Your safety that you traded for 4 years ago, most likely not going to play. And you still have that asshat upstairs calling the offense. This game is 1,000% on Mike Tomlin. Plain and simple. And that's why I get on him. Anyway, 18 and a half minutes in. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Mac, checking on out for the day. Have a good one, everybody.